Yes, I don't for my na kwaba erewa platform we as host na aje and I want me aboni mpono. Since am na mo ka say here an Duncan Williams Sister ono nso no an waba be kan sem bi area famous na for na for attack na no ose attack na no den na yen kon sem ne so wode san so emfa emamwen.
Duncan Williams Sister shocks with anti-Muslim rant. Now this is where Kennedy Agyapong's anti-Muslim rant is coming from. From this woman. Her name is Victoria Duncan Williams. This woman, she is a very dirty bigot. Dirty bigot. This woman. Until recently, not many people knew her. Now, a simple check on her tells you that she's supposed to be a pediatric nurse. Whether she's retired or not, the last thing about her, pediatric nurse. She went to Agyapong Secondary. Then she also went to SUNY Delhi. And this woman here has lived in America for between 20 and 30 years. She is a younger sister to Archbishop Duncan Williams Nicholas. And this man here, a man of God who is so respected, was born in 1957, May, thereabout. This is his younger sister. Now the elections happened. The primaries of the NPP. Her candidate, Kennedy Agyapong, lost. And then she went on the rant spree. How a Muslim can never be president of this nation. Look at the t-shirt she's wearing. Whose photo is on it? Your eyes are as good as mine. Dash it away. Now, get me the photograph of Fifi, NDC General Secretary, right? Fifi Kwete. Fifi Kwete. My brother, my sister, we all remember Julian Assange's Wikileaks, don't we? Julian Assange was from Sweden, right? And Julian Assange decided to declassify some US cables a few years back. Can I explain it better? Find a photograph of Julian Assange. Okay? Now, my brother, diplomatic work involves listening to people, picking ideas, private conversations. You will report to the headquarters in America. That is what all diplomats are supposed to do, especially information that borders on security and business. Fifi Kwete went to the American embassy for a meeting in the days. And there he met with the American ambassador. This is Julian Assange. Hey, the last time I checked, the Americans were looking for him. He was the one who declassified all the information. He had a way of hacking into the American cables. And all the secrets that the American diplomats had captured from different individuals, he put out in a website known as Wikileaks. And we went to read. Okay, so this ambassador, when he came to Ghana, this was the conversation he had with this person, that person, that person. So many people appeared in the Wikileaks expose. Kwesi Pratt's name appeared there when he said, allegedly, that Nana Akufo-Addo was a weed smoker who smoked more than Bob Marley. And that early in the morning, If you wanted to find out where Nana Akufo-Addo was in his house, you didn't need to ask anybody. Just look for where the bonfire was. If you saw smoke, boof, he will be hiding under the smoke. You have to pave your way through the smoke, and then he's sitting down there blazing. That was what Kwesi Pratt allegedly said to the American ambassador at the time, and it was captured in their private cables. And Wikileaks, founded by Julian Assange, brought it out. And for him, everybody must get to know and have information freely. America has been looking for him all this while. I don't know if they have arrested him now. I followed the whole thing until he was caught in a certain house in America. There, soldiers were all over the place. He came to actually talk to the people out there and then went back into it. A certain embassy, I think Russian embassy or whatever it was. And finally, I don't know if they finally arrested him, but he was in that building for so long. You know, an embassy, right? Diplomatic, embassy. You can't just enter into that. It is supposed to belong to the nation whose name is on it. This is Julian Assange. Now, when Julian Assange released the declassified files, WikiLeaks style, we went to Ghana and Fifi Kwete's name came out there. You know what Fifi Kwete said? He said that Nana Akufo-Addo may never ever be president at the time, because the people didn't trust him. One. And two, he was always wearing suits because he didn't look good in African wear. And the people would like to see him more in the African wear to be closer to them, according to WikiLeaks. But this was not all. He also said that he didn't believe that a Muslim would ever be president of Ghana. That was the first time, officially or unofficially, we were hearing a politician come out boldly like that, even though it was shrouded in the American cables. Fifi Kwete was the one who said that. A Muslim will never be Ghana's president because they are in the minority. It's a Christian nation. Several times he tried to explain and to say things, but at least that was what the Americans captured from the mouth of Fifi Kwete, at the time a younger politician. My brother, my sister, from that time, people have re-echoed that gutturally. You know what that means? Undertones. They don't really come out and say it. And this Victoria woman, based in America for close to 30 years, as we were told. However, she was able to get in contact with Kennedy Agyapong, also in the US, was able to pollute the mind of this guy and tell him, you will be president. They will never accept a Muslim as a president in this nation. So you will be president. Forget about Baumia. Moreover, the ideas that you are bringing, they are deeply rooted ideas that will help the youth. My brother, it's not about religion alone. She went to the polls. She saw how her candidate, a non-Muslim, lost pottle. Amongst all the candidates, there was only one Muslim. And if this woman had her own way, that Muslim would have been last. But the Muslim, and in Ghana we confuse Muslim for Nordna. Now we're offering him or a Muslim. That be Muslim and ya be nipa free. A religion to say Christianity. And to be so say we're offering ya untumi kasa a Christian. Sa so na untumi kasa a Muslim. Don't confuse the two. This woman, if she had her own way, Baumia would have been last. But she's not God. Even though her big brother, the Archbishop. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I don't like to say things like this, but let me say it. She's connected to the Archbishop, Duncan Williams. From the grapevine, I don't believe in that though. The Archbishop had a hand in inviting Bernard L. Bernard to start the propaganda that Kennedy would win, because they don't want a Muslim to even near this thing that I'm saying. That's what they have been peddling around. I've heard it several times amongst these politicians. In fact, it's common knowledge, public information. Oh, Archbishop invited Bernard L. Bernard. Abronya and the rest have said things like that. Invited Bernard L. Bernard and told him, you know that we shouldn't allow a Muslim to reach that level. Let us make sure that we pray so hard that the Muslim doesn't win, so that it will go to a Christian. By why Ken? There were other Christians. It was strategic so that Ken would be an easy prey for the NDC because of how he talks. He will get 1% at the election and NDC would have a way out. This is what the politicians say, and you deserve to know that. But again, it's not something I believe in. The Archbishop is supposed to be bigger than this, and I know he's bigger than that. Bernard L. Bernard, under no circumstances, I believe deep inside me, would he go and listen to something like this and prophesy that Ken would win when he hasn't heard from God. But now you know. Abronye has said this. So many allegations around this whole thing. Now the sister of Duncan Williams is re-echoing the same nonsense, that a Muslim can never be president of this nation because Muslims are in the minority. And this is the chaff he has filled into the head of Kennedy Agyapong. We never heard this until KT Hammond came out to let everything out, Wikileaks style. So you see the link? It's like a serpent. From Abronye, what is Abronye saying? Does it have any meat, any good content? Or through the Archbishop? I heard a lot of politicians say that. But they always mention the Archbishop and mention some other people in order to gain political points. I don't want to believe this. Then finally, Victoria Duncan Williams echoes the same thing. A Muslim can never be whatever. I remember there was an issue, the Archbishop and Muslims in the past, right? And they came together very beautifully and sorted these issues out. I don't want to re-echo that. But when you have a nation that is so tribalistic and so religious, their politics has nothing. It's not a politics of ideas. It's a politics of tribe and religion.
Yes, other first what I said, I just say Duncan Williams Sister Att. Or no so na mani hunu no. Ehana de djuma de be sim no biara se. E be se bi makra mo baba.